Happy Saturday, folks. In this video, we're going to be going over the latest Lions rumors, signing. This is the mailbag video. A lot of questions from you guys, and so I'm answered them, plus the latest Lions news because the Lions signed a player. So let's get into that right now. The Detroit Lions signed Thomas Harper to the roster, completing the 53-man roster. You say, who is this guy? He's safety, 5'10", 189 pounds, from Notre Dame, 24 years old. And while he's primarily a deep safety, Harper has a range to cover out of the slot, drop down in the box. These are key traits the Lions look for in their safeties, so they get defensive backs and interchangeable weapons. It prevents their secondary from getting caught out of position. As PFF grades, Harper is an intense man coverage option for the secondary, but also a tenacious run defender. He's still developing prospect, but with a 4.49 speed and explosiveness with a 42-inch vertical jump, there is traits for the Detroit Lions to work with. And now it's his second year in the NFL. Last year was his rookie season. This is what he did last year for the Raiders. He had 13 solo tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 1 interception, and 2 pass defense. I was literally making a video yesterday on the Detroit Lions potentially picking up a safety in free agency. Ended up being a different one, but because the Lions needed an extra safety back there. This is something that when you looked at the depth chart, you see, okay, we needed to get one more safety. So the Lions decided to go Harper. And look, it's just a backup role, and when we're looking for a backup safety, that it is what it is. So he'll come in here and hold that spot down for the Lions, making the depth at safety now pretty darn good if you ask me. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Why is that? Because we are dropping Lions news and rumors all the time. Subscribe to the channel. Let's continue on here. Question was, what edge target should General Manager Brad Holmes target after Micah Parsons trade? Everybody blew up with the trade from Parsons to the Packers. Watching Dan Orlowski say they're Super Bowl favorites. People are going crazy here. Here's the trade targets for the Detroit Lions at the edge position. I don't believe there's going to be any. I believe they are set right now. I don't even believe they're going to pick up another edge right now in free agency. So we're talking about a Za'Darius Smith or anything of that nature. I think they're going to stick with what they have. Now, if there is to be a trade, it'd be before the trade deadline, NFL trade deadline. And right now, we don't know what players or teams that would be because the season hasn't started. Teams want to try it out. Bad teams sell. Good teams buy. So just coming off rip, maybe players at the trade deadline, like a Trayvon Walker, who's with Jacksonville. Who knows if the Giants will do with the Thibodeau. But I don't see anything happening right now. That's just kind of what I see. Lions rumors. So which unit are you most confident in for 2025 NFL season? I'm going to go with the linebacking core. I think they're just outstanding right now. Alex Anzalone, Jack Campbell, Derek Barnes. They're a great, solid 3, but the backups are amazing as well. So that's why I'm so high on the depth of LB. Because Grant Stewart can come in and you know he's going to do a good job, right? Zach Cunningham, he showed what he can do. So the Lions got really good depth there. And when Rodrigo comes back, the depth is absolutely terrifying for other teams, but good for our Detroit Lions. So here, another one, which formations do you see John Morton running a lot this year? Well, obviously I see 2-back sets, and I see that's something that's going to be different that we've seen with Ben Johnson, and so that is awesome, right? We want to have those 2-back sets, but that's what I see a lot with John Morton. Having Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery in the field at the same time, and that will give problems to defenses. So that's kind of what I see them doing. I think he's still going to do the play-action pass. It's going to be a lot of deep passes, a lot of more deep routes. I think Jamison Williams will have – his route tree will be expanded from what it was last year. So I think the offense is going to be fine, right? I think it's going to be fine, but also – we got to see how the offensive line handles. Things could change if they're really good or not so. We don't know right now. So that's what I would suggest there. More of 2-back sets, play action pass, and try to take advantage from there. Next question, where should Jared Goff rank amongst NFL quarterbacks? Love the question right there. Where should he rank? Well, I mean, it really depends. I think he's a top 10 quarterback. I would put him at 6 or 7. I think his IQ and the ability to read defenses, and he changes plays at the line of scrimmage nearly 50% of the time. That is a talent that not a lot of quarterbacks can do, right? He's very smart. He's got that Peyton Manning type of brain. He looks for the open receiver. And that is a trait that we generally don't talk about anymore. We're always talking about other traits for quarterbacks, but that is a great trait. He's not the most mobile quarterback, so that sets him down. He does need an offensive line and players to work, but yeah, I think you go around 7. That would be a good spot for Jared Goff. He's a very talented player. After you subscribe to the channel, like I asked you to do earlier, take the next step and turn on the notifications bell. I only got 14% of my subs, 86,000, that has that notification bell set on there. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest Lions news. Next question. What edge target should General Manager Brad Holmes target after Micah Parsons' trade? I don't believe they're targeting anybody at this point. As much as I would like Za'Darius Smith or a Jadeveon Clowney, somebody to come in here, have a veteran player that can help out if there's an injury, right? That's kind of what I'm wanting to see the Lions do. But I don't think they're going to do that at this point. They would have done it. We play the Packers very soon, in 8 days. You would think if they was going to bring him in, he would have been brought in by now. So I don't think that they're going to do it. So, it just kind of is what it is. Which unit are you most confident in 2025 NFL season? What unit am I confident in? I already talked about the... Wait a minute. I already talked about the linebacking course. So we're not going to do that there. Yeah, so I would say the linebacking core again. Are you concerned about the injuries piling up? Well, I mean, we haven't had that many injuries. It started off rough with Levi going down, Dan Jackson, Ennis Rakestraw. But since then, it's been pretty solid. But I'm always going to be concerned about injuries. That is always going to be a concern because injuries completely changes the trajectory of your season. So I'm not concerned at the moment right now, but we haven't even played any sort of meaningful game yet. Injuries can pile on, so I'm concerned down the road, especially with Davenport. But right now I'm not because it hasn't had anything yet. Next question. You guys were on the Micah Parsons thing, man. It's crazy. Really don't want to talk about him after this. Do you think that Micah Parsons trade was an even trade? I think it was a win for both teams. And people can think I'm crazy. Oh, the Dallas Cowboys got killed. Well, they got a defensive tackle that can stop the run, and they got 2 first-round picks that can utilize to get a quarterback. Their team's in rebuild. Their team sucks. The Packers, they get a win. They give up assets, but they get a great pass rusher. Yes, their run defense takes a hit, but their pass rush goes up. The Packers get a great player, and the Cowboys get draft picks and a solid run defender. So I think, all in all, I know the media will say, oh, it's uneven. Maybe they could have got more. They could have got more, but you got the 2 first-round picks and a player. That's a pretty solid move. Should the Lions fan to be concerned about the offensive line depth? Not at the moment. No, because we haven't seen anything. I'm concerned if injuries pile up. This is our starting offensive line. So, and I know Usika can come in here when Miles Frazier is healthy, so he'll be able to come in. So I'm not concerned at the moment about the offensive line depth. But just want to see how Graham performs, Tate performs, all this unit gel together. That's what I'm more concerned about, is just the gel. Again, subscribe to the channel so you can get your latest Lions news and rumors. Just hit that sub button. It's red. It's easy. How will the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers fare in 2025? How about we throw the Vikings in there as well? Might as well. The Bears, I have as last place, 8-win team. The Packers, a 10-win team. The Vikings, 11-win team. The Lions, 12. It's very close all around with all NFC North teams. The Bears are just holding up the bottom. I think we're going to kind of cannibalize each other because it is the NFC North. It is tougher division. So that's going to reduce, from the Vikings having 14 wins and even the Lions having 15 wins. It's going to reduce it. So I think that's kind of how it's going to be. But again, injuries could change the trajectory. If a starting quarterback in the division goes down, well, that could be the destructive of that team. That can definitely change it. Why won't Brad Holmes add Za'Darius Smith? Because I don't know why he won't add it. Maybe he doesn't believe we need him on the team. Maybe he believes he's past his prime. Maybe it's contractual. Maybe he wants more. Maybe Brad Holmes didn't like how we have no idea. I have no idea. Maybe they trust the guys that they have that they picked up in Lacey and Wheat. They believe Joshua Pascal will be fine. They believe in Marcus Davenport will be healthy. There's many reasons to why he, at this point, is not on this team, and I have no real reason to tell you why he is not at this point, why Brad Holmes or Dan Campbell hasn't done. You have to ask those guys. I can't read brains. Would I like him? Yeah, but I'm not them, so I have zero idea why they. So maybe the reporters will ask him, and they'll tell a legit reason sometimes. So give me your thoughts. With that said, folks,